Hey guys, it has been a while. It's been either a few days under or a few days over a year since I last posted, and that was me reading the Halloween stories last October. But the last time I made like an actual face video was quite a bit longer ago than that, and that was back when I was in the last video I made with my face was in the summer before ninth grade. I am in kind of like the middle of my sophomore year of high school right now. So high school was a lot busier than middle school. And I'm just going to go over some things that happened and why I've been so inactive, like even over the summer and everything. I've had some medical complications and all sorts of things happen in my life, so I'm going to try and go over those and try to remember that the camera's right here, not the center of my phone. It looks like I have a stand, but I'm using a, what's it called? I'm using, the thing that you put samples under and you do the goggles and it goes in. How did I forget the name? There's like the electromagnetic type and stuff. Electromagnetic. I know this. It's an obvious word. What is it called? Gosh. Microscope. Microscope. It's propped up on a microscope. So, and I keep looking here because that's where my face is in the camera. But that's where my face is that I can see on screen. But that is where I need to be looking, right there. Right there. Let me see. Maybe this light isn't the right. It's a little too. Do we like super high? A little dim. Kind of. I think that works. Okay. So, I guess I will get into it and then we can talk about things I can do on my channel in the future. Because a few things have changed. I'm not going to be able to do all of the things I have done. I'll still have a lot of the things that I've done before, but some of them I can't do anymore, and there's more stuff I can do too. And while we do this, so that I don't have to deal with the stress of keep having to look back at the camera when I look over here all the time, I'm going to do like some drawing and stuff with my paint markers. This is just graph paper that I found. I have paint markers, and I'll occasionally show you guys my progress on the drawing. Yeah, I might have some computer paper. Yeah, here we go. All right. So I guess we'll see, where did I, yeah, I stopped the summer before ninth grade. So a lot has happened since then. You guys may have known, because I might have talked about it in previous videos, that I was on the biologic Entyvio for my ulcerative colitis. I am no longer on that because during the summer I got these red blotches all over me, like a rash, but it wasn't itchy. So it turned out to be like my blood vessels getting all red and swelling up under my skin. It's called petechiae, and it was an allergic reaction to the Entyvio, so they had to take me off of that. Now, to start the ninth grade year, I was in the International Baccalaureate program, which is like an early college program. But the school it was available at is not the best school. It's kind of in like a violent area, like shootings a lot, and the school claimed to be IB, but they just taught us the same thing as they did the normal advanced, like not regular classes, but like, advanced classes. IB is supposed to teach you a level even above like honors and advanced classes, and it was just teaching us the same curriculum as the advanced classes and telling us we were IB. And that was the high school I started ninth grade in, and I was in till like early October. And I was not feeling safe at that school. We had a shooting threat, and the school did not follow lockdown procedure. We were allowed to walk outside to our next classes and everything. It turned out to be a false alert, but still, in the time when we didn't know if it was real or not, they were letting us walk outside and everything. and the workload there is just too much, because instead of IB with the accelerated learning and everything in early college classes, they were just giving us extra busy work instead of actually teaching us more ahead. So yeah, I knew that because we were in the same class as the kids who were in advanced and honors, and they said the curriculum for advanced honors and then IB was different, but we were being taught the same thing, so it's kind of like a scam. I'm not saying IB all around is a scam, it just didn't really work at the school I was at. So we started out 9th grade there. It's about 35 minutes from my house, and it started at 8 o'clock, so I had to wake up pretty early to get ready, because I take a long time to get ready. I have to be woken up once, and then go back to sleep, and then be woken up again 20 minutes later. It's a bad habit I'm trying to break. But, alarm clocks give me panic attacks, so my grandma had to wake me up. She's so sweet for that. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna draw. I guess I'll just think of it while I talk for now. Oh shoot, this cap is stuck in here. What did I do? My goodness. I'm just pushing it in there further. So, it was really stressful and everything, and I still have a bunch of family situations going on now and at that time too. So it ended up not working out. I had to drop band at the IB school, and I went into theater because my health issues were pretty bad at the time. I was dealing with a lot of joint pain and inflammation, so I couldn't do the sousaphone, which is the tuba that people march with. It's like a tuba, but it like goes over the shoulder. You've probably seen it in marching bands. It's that tuba that they carry like wrapped around their body kind of thing. But yeah, those. And I was just not, because I can play tuba just fine sitting down, which is what I did in middle school, but it just was not working for high school because the only option was marching band. So I had to drop that, and I was pretty upset. Because even then I tried to switch to trombone to see if it would work, and things just weren't working out. I was getting tired too easily. Band camp over the summer was too much for me, with my health stuff and getting tired all the time. And at the time high school started, I was still recovering from the allergic reaction from that medication, and I was going off of a very strong prescription medication, so there were a lot of effects on my body. So basically, I ended up having to transfer schools because it was just too much for me to handle. I was having panic attacks going to school every day and stuff. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was losing like a lot of weight. Like, I'm 5 foot now, and at the time I was like 90 pounds, which is pretty, it's not like really underweight, but it's a little underweight. Like, normal weight for 5 foot is like 115 to like 125, I think, or like 110 to 125. So I was not doing good. So I ended up having to drop out of that school and go to my local school. So that took a few days. So I switched schools in October from my freshman year of high school. And the school I started to go to, I could walk to because it was literally, you could see it from my house. So that was really convenient, but I was still having a lot of health issues. I had a theater teacher at that school, the next school I was in, which is the local one, who was just mean. And if you don't know what a 504 is or an IEP is, they're pretty similar. 504 is for just accommodations. IEP is a completely separate education plan. So I had a 504 for my health conditions, and my theater teacher refused to meet it. So, and she would give me bad grades because I was out sick or getting surgeries. And she would give me bad grades and stuff, and it was a mess. So I had to drop that class, and I was already taking 3 virtual classes because when I left the International Baccalaureate School, it left me with really low grades. So I had to catch up on all of that, so that was a bit of a mess. I started dating someone who I had been friends with since 6th grade, and it didn't end up working out. We started dating in November, and I thought everything was going good. It was just ended up a mess. We were much better as friends, and now we're not friends at all because the breakup was kind of not good. But we were dating and everything, and I had been getting strep throat for like my whole life, I've been getting strep throat like at least once a month. Especially in the past few years, I've gotten strep throat at least once a month. So and getting tonsillitis and everything, and I was like coughing up huge tonsil stones at school and everything. So I got my tonsils removed in February, and this is all while other family stuff is going on. It's pretty personal, so I won't share it right now. I might share the family stuff in another video, but these are like the direct reasons that caused me to not be posting as much. So tonsillectomy and adenoidectomy is they remove the adenoids in the tonsils, and it's like a 2-week recovery process where it hurts to like breathe. Like, my throat was so sore it hurt to breathe through my nose because the tonsils were close back there. How I was in like excruciating pain. It hurt to drink water, it hurt to breathe, it hurt to make noise. The only sound I could make was whistling because it doesn't require moving any like throat things. I cannot multitask to save my life. I cannot draw while talking. Go figure. So that was a pretty bad recovery process. Once I finally recovered from that, I was going on a few dates with my boyfriend, and I went to his house, and he knows I'm immunocompromised from my inflammatory diseases and autoimmune diseases. I have a lot of diseases, none contagious. I was born with all of them. They're all genetic. So I went over to his house, and he has bearded dragons and birds and stuff. And he begged me to come over for his birthday, and I was like, okay. But he didn't clean his kennels, and it was probably my fault for like holding the bearded dragons and holding the birds, but he said they had been like salmonella free and everything for like years. Well, it turned out to not be true. I got salmonella, started having internal bleeding, and that flared up my ulcerative colitis again, which was finally in remission. So I had to stop going to school, and I had to do hospital homebound after March. So for the last 2.5 months of school, I was at home. I didn't go to school, and a teacher would come to my house and teach me for a few hours every week. So yeah. And then I was getting really sick. I couldn't really do anything, and my boyfriend broke up with him because my boyfriend broke up with me like 10 days before my birthday, because I wasn't able to hang out with him because I was so sick and like in and out of the hospital and stuff with internal bleeding and stuff. So we broke up, and finally around the end, or like around mid-March, we got my salmonella under control, and we thought it was done, but nope, it was too late. It had already woken up the beast, ulcerative colitis, and I was having internal bleeding from that now. So I had to go to the doctors a bunch, and they put me on prednisone, which is that awful steroid, the one that like makes you gain a bunch of weight and have water retention and everything and stuff like that. And they put me on this drug called Rinvoq, which is another biologic, but it was a pill. And when I've been on steroids in the past, it makes you sluggish, tired, hungry, and makes your body store more weight, and it slows down your metabolism. So I usually, anytime I have to go on steroids, I gain at least 10 pounds from being on them for just a month. But they also put me on this Rinvoq, which is like a miracle biologic for a lot of people, but it wasn't working for me because they didn't actually give me a colonoscopy like they should have to see if I actually needed that big of a treatment. But they put me on a really high dose, and y'all, in less than 1 month, from halfway through April to halfway through May, so like April 15th to May 15th, I gained 30 pounds in 1 month. 30 pounds. And it's not because I was like overeating. I was eating more than usual, and I wasn't working out as much as usual, and I thought that was just the steroids, but it was actually the Rinvoq that was doing the big crazy effects, because I was still trying to get exercise in and limit my diet and keep it healthy, but in no normal scenario without medications do you gain 30 pounds in 1 month, especially at my age, because I'm 15 now. So basically that happened, and we finally got off the steroids because my stomach was stabilized enough, and I was just miserable on the steroids. It's like having all of the premenstrual syndrome. It's like having premenstrual syndrome, PMS, all the time. and it messes with your periods and everything too. So we finally got off of that in like July, I think. No, June. And I was like, finally, I'm off. I can lose the weight, because we didn't know much about Rinvoq. But I kept gaining weight. No matter how much I worked out, no matter what I did, I kept getting moon face, which is basically when your body stores a bunch of water and your face gets like puffy and stuff. And I was like, what is wrong? I started like really hating myself and having body image issues and stuff, because and that at the time I was still 4'11", and I was like 140 pounds. And I'm still on that weight loss journey, which is why you might notice more chin than when I left, because I am still on that weight loss journey, because that medicine is still heavily affecting me. We didn't stop it until like September or like late August, I don't think, because I physically refused to take any more of that medicine. I literally couldn't take it. I could not stand myself. I was suicidal and all of that, and dealing with a lot of mental health. And this was a hard time because I was on the high dose for too long. I was only supposed to be on the high dose for 1 month, but I ended up being on the high dose for 3 months because there's this weird health insurance thing where all of our doctors were like switching hospitals and stuff. So I couldn't get any appointments, and I was being put in. I had had the same GI doctor for 13 years who knew me well, and now it's all switched up and I'm getting a different doctor every time, and I have to explain to them my whole like a million hours long medical history with all the stuff that's happened that I probably mentioned in past videos, and stuff like that. So nothing was changing, and the reason I stopped taking the Rinvoq was I told my grandparents that I was having self-harm thoughts and that I would physically refuse. I would refuse to swallow the pills, and I was just crying. I was a mess. I was just an absolute wreck. And finally, they let me get off of it, and they stood up for me and advocated for me for the doctors that they're not going to my grandparents said they're never going to make me go back on that medicine again. Because while it's a miracle for some people, I hadn't had as bad of a flare-up as they initially thought when they prescribed the Rinvoq. I hadn't had a bad flare-up that time. So usually the Rinvoq is prescribed when someone's in a really bad flare-up. They're like anorexic because they lose weight from the disorder. In a flare-up, you lose a lot of weight because you're not hungry or anything. So usually people in a bad flare-up, lose like 30 pounds. But I was in a minor flare-up, so I only lost like 2 pounds. And then they put me on this Rinvoq, which made me gain like 30 plus pounds back. And the weight gain effects lasted for like a month even after I stopped it. So the past 3 weeks, I have been losing a lot of that weight because I was 140 at my highest, and I'm 5 foot, so that's a lot. And it was like, not like just being insecure with my body image, it was uncomfortable to walk. I had to wear long soft pants because anytime I wore shorts or a bathing suit, I would get chafing on my thighs because they were too thick and would rub into each other because my thighs were too full of fat. So it was painful to walk. I couldn't run. I could not run. Like, not like I didn't want to, like I physically could not make my body move faster than like a light jog for a few minutes. Like a light jog for a few minutes at most. And it was a mess. And it was just really a dark time for me. So now I am down to, I had a colonoscopy the other day to see if I really needed that medicine and to see what they're going to do in the future with treatments to make sure something like that doesn't happen to me again. Because that's happened to me a lot in the past where hasty decisions are made, which are, in hindsight, the right decisions, but I'm usually a rare case. I never get the common answer. So they'll do the common treatment, which works for everyone else, but then messes me up and puts me in worse condition than when I started. So yeah, that's what happened. I guess I'm not doing the paint markers because I cannot multitask right now when I'm trying to focus on this for some reason. Because I'm focusing too much on like recalling all the memories and stuff. And this now, because I'm in 10th grade now and it's October. And so now, during the colonoscopy prep, I got down to 123 pounds and I'm 5 foot. So that put my BMI at like a 23, I think. And now, since I started eating again, my weight is around like 127 pounds, which is slightly overweight for my height, because the BMI is like, my BMI is like a little over 24, not 25, but a little over 24. But in the past 3 weeks, I have like managed to lose 13 pounds. So I'm very proud of myself, and I'm still working on that. And I'm not going to try and lose pounds to where I'm 100 pounds again, because that would make me underweight. I'm trying to get to like lower than 125 at least, and hopefully around 120 at best, because that's where my healthy weight was. That's where like you're in the most healthy average range for BMI for my size. And BMI isn't a perfect measure. It's not perfectly accurate. It doesn't take in body types and all of that. So it can be inaccurate and really hurt people's self-esteem sometimes, but it's good for a general scale. So yeah. So I'm working on that right now. And gosh, high school is just a lot, isn't it? You probably know if you've been in high school. It's just a mess dealing with like all that. And this year I was placed in advanced chorus. It was my first year in chorus. So I don't know how I got in advanced. Well, I do know how. I never even did chorus in middle school. I was always a band kid. But this year I also was too weak for the tuba and stuff and marching band, because my body is still very much healing from the effects of my disorders and all the wild medications and everything that my body's been put through. In fact, I'm still recovering from anesthesia from a couple days ago from my colonoscopy right now. I got put in advanced choir because this year I had kind of a cool schedule. So I have my 504 and then kind of an IEP, because we have 6 periods in our class day. It's from 9 o'clock to 3:30 as our school day. And I go into school like everyone else at 9 o'clock. I have physics, chorus, and then art, and then I go home. Everyone else stays for 3 more periods and lunch. I only have half days at school all year, so that I can go to school for half a day, socialize, make friends, and be out of the house, because during my sick times, I think I actually went without stepping foot off of this property for like 3 months solid. Like not leaving the house, barely going outside, because I was just feeling so sick and weak. So yeah. But I have half days at school now. I walk to and from. Usually I walk home from school, but a lot of the time I'm driven too, because I'm just too cranky in the morning to walk the 2 blocks it takes to get to my school. Only 2 blocks really, but I'm just too cranky in the morning. Sometimes though I'll feel great and go for a stroll in the morning and decide to walk to school just to get some cardio in. But you know, I only have half days at school, and that's the reason why I'm in the advanced chorus, because the beginner chorus and then like the concert chorus and the other levels of chorus were all after 3rd period. And I had art 3rd period and physics 1st period. I love physics. I skipped chemistry this year. I know chemistry is supposed to be taken before physics, but I was just so excited for physics. And my teacher said that it'll make me be able to pass chemistry with flying colors next year, because chemistry in high school is way easier than high school physics, because so physics is a little hard for me this year, because you're expected to already know chemistry, but next year I'll know everything I need to know to pass chemistry with flying colors. Physics is my favorite. Chemistry is a close second. And that's my puppy. She's fine. She's just needy, and she's out there with other family and stuff. They like to make noise. They're golden retrievers. It's what they do. So I've been put in the top chorus. So I had to learn really quickly, because I'd never been in chorus before. And I had a decent raw voice, like untrained. Like I had a good voice and good range, but I was very pitchy and very unbalanced. And now I'm singing a lot more, because like in just a few months, my voice has really improved and I'm really proud of it. I might make a singing video in the future if you guys would like that. And so yeah, she's fine. I listened to this all day, y'all. I took her outside. I fed her. I gave her water. She chased butterflies for half an hour. And she's been outside way more than that the whole rest of the day. She was begging to come in because it was hot outside, so I let her in. And now I'm not paying attention to her, so she's barking. But she's only 10 months old. And we're training her to be a service dog right now. But, yeah. That's the situation. I'm gonna go... Be right back. I'm gonna go see what's going on with her. I'm letting Cupid come in because he was being whiny and needy. This is my boy. Say hi, Cupid. You probably remember him. So, let me put this off the couch. He'll probably just sit over here on the couch. He likes to lay on the couch. But the other one was barking because she got her ball under a shelf that was too short for her to reach under. So she was making a big deal of it. Hi, Cube. Wanna come up on the couch right here? Good boy. He'll probably just lay there. He likes being around me. He's a super clingy, cuddly boy. The puppy's in heat right now for her first time, so we have to keep them separated. And it's really confusing and stressful for both of them with all the hormones and stuff. Because we do plan on breeding in the future, but she's way too young for that right now. Even though she is in her first heat and technically can't have babies, we want her to have a childhood. We're not going to do it till like her fourth heat if her heats are every 6 months, or her third heat if her heats are every 9 months. We want her to be like 3 years old, at least. All of that's been happening, and there's probably a lot more I'm forgetting at the current moment. But there's just so much been going on, and I can get into like the family. Yeah, but that's gross. Stop. I know you're hormonal, but that's gross. Don't do it in the camera. Do it off camera. He was looking his. I don't need to say it. So I can get into, because there's been a lot of family sessions, family predicaments weighing in on this right now with like legal stuff and all of that, and evictions and yada yada, and family going through a lot of things right now, and health and all that. So I'll get into that in another video because that also played a big part in this, but I was just going to kind of summarize what the main things were and stuff, because I think I already talked about some of that other family stuff in a previous video like a year and a half ago, and it's basically the same stuff from then, and it's just still going on. So yeah, I'm really excited because my dad's going to be here tomorrow, so we can hang out. So, because he's like 5 states away usually, so he's coming so we can spend like the late October together and go to haunted houses. I've never actually been to a haunted house before in my life. I mean, I was at a kids one before when I was little, but the only memory I have of that is being mad at my grandma because she made me wear long sleeves with my Tinkerbell dress as a 6-year-old because it was cold outside. That's all I remember from that. So maybe some like actual scary haunted houses for the first time in my life. Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon my French, or my language, or whatever it is. If it was in French and being married. So that's all that's going on. A few things I want to mention. I cannot do tuba videos anymore, at least not for the time being. Maybe in 11th grade, because I do not have a tuba. The school takes it back if you're not in band. So yeah, they took it back. I don't have my tuba because we were renting it. Because tubas are like, a good tuba is like thousands of dollars. So they took it back. I had really bonded with that rusty old broken tuba that I got mad at all the time. Oh, Priscilla. I name things, so yeah, they took Priscilla because she was a middle school tuba, so they needed her back. I can't get Priscilla back because I'm not in middle school. You know, so this is kind of the situation. I might, because I have my trombone and I have my drum set, so let me know if you have any requests for that. And I'm learning how to play a few things on piano. I don't know how to play piano. I do not know any of the keys or anything. I do not know how to play piano, but I know how to play specific songs. Not by, oh shoot, it says low battery. It said low battery, sorry. Not by like the keys and knowing how to and stuff, but I've seen videos and I know which keys to finger poke to play songs. But yeah, that's the situation. And I can do skating videos. I'm not on the speed team anymore because that was just too much stress. And after my last medical thing back in 7th grade, I wasn't able to continue with that. But I can do speed skating on the track at the local college track because they let us use it with a membership. I can do like diet progress videos about like self-love and stuff. You can probably hear my grandpa, so I'm just gonna go ahead and close the door. Be right back. Cupid left, and you can hear them barking again, because Grandpa, everyone loves Grandpa. He gives them treats and plays with them all the time. They love Grandpa. We all love Grandpa. That's gonna be annoying in the background, because I cannot think. Like, if she did it at a consistent interval, like, rough, 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 I could think with that. But she's doing it like this. Rough, 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 rough. Rough. It's not consistent at all, so I can't think with it. It needs to be consistent like a metronome, and dogs aren't metronomes, so. But that's all that's going on, and I'm getting a little bit back into my old karate stuff with the taekwondo and all that, so I might show you guys some forms if I relearn them. They're all written down in my 9-year-old handwriting back when I got my first degree black belt, so I can barely read any of it. I can do art videos, and I can do more Roblox videos. I was gonna say I can do Zelda games and Nintendo Switch games, but I can't yet because I don't have the connector thing for screen sharing to other devices yet. I have the dock for connecting it to a TV, but it won't work for anything else, so I should have that by Christmas time. So by the New Year's, I'll probably be posting Nintendo Switch video game playing videos. I really like Zelda. I might play Ocarina of Time on the DS a little bit if I get it this Christmas, because I got my DS. I got a DS, but I don't have Ocarina of Time. I played it before when me and Dad had it, but we lost it like 9 years ago. We lost it. So I played a little bit of it, but I didn't finish. But I really like Ocarina of Time. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild I absolutely adore. I love Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I play Tears of the Kingdom a lot. I have almost 70% completion on my first ever file, and I'm trying to get 100% completion. Not because I beat all the bosses, but like completing every single individual quest in the game. And I can start a new file, and I can play through the whole game on a video too, and stuff like that. And one of the games I really want to play in the future is Majora's Mask, but I can't ask for Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, that game connector thing and all of that at the same time. That's real expensive, so maybe by my birthday in April. So yeah, and I want to learn how to mod my Switch. I also want my Nintendo Switch. I want a Nintendo Switch 2 so that I can play Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment because it's a Switch 2 exclusive. So I can't ask for Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, a Nintendo Switch 2, a screen share connector, and Age of Imprisonment all at the same time. That's gonna be like, maybe, that would be like $800 altogether. Well, the Switch 2 is still pretty new, so it might be like with all of those together, it'd be like a little over 1,000. And we're well off. We're middle class. We can't do that. So yeah. I lost my train of thought. It's late. It's like 6, and my Adderall wears off at like 1. So, and I have some history and English to do. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. I could do like spooky stories. I could do like fashion videos and dressing up and stuff like that. I can do Q&As. I can try and do reaction content, but you have to be famous and likable before you can do reaction content, because nobody wants to just watch a random person do reaction content. Because if you're just reacting to something, you're not really adding much to it. The only reason people actually watch their creators do reaction content is because they already like the creator ahead of time, so they enjoy seeing that creator do anything. But reaction content from someone you don't know well is just kind of boring, because reaction content usually, for most people, some are really good at it and contribute a lot and are actually entertaining, but a lot of reaction content is kind of just, why don't I just go watch the original video and give the original person the credit, since this reactor isn't adding anything to it. So you kind of have to have a fan base before you do reaction content, but I can try. Can do hot takes, politics. I love getting mad at the state of the world. Whew, especially since everything happened. I can't stand it anymore. I'm in Florida. In Northwest Florida. That's MAGA Central. Get me out of here. I can't stand it here. I'm going insane. And I want to go to Japan. but I don't want to do like cultural appropriation. And I don't want to look like some dumb white girl that's just there for anime. And things are a mess. I've also, since we've last seen each other, I've watched Attack on Titan too, because I had only seen Demon Slayer last time, but I've watched Attack on Titan too, and it's really good. It's really good. I promise you, it's really good. I'm getting tired. What was I saying? It's just completely lost now. I'm not wearing makeup and my hair's not really well brushed right now, so this isn't super flattering. And I think my dog brought something in from outside because I'm having an allergic reaction right now. I don't know if you can tell. It's just starting. So my nose is a little red. Soon my eyes are gonna puff up. It's not like a throat closing death allergic reaction, but it's like eyes puffing shut and getting all crusty and gooey and nose running like crazy and all red and ears inside of ears itching and everything and like sneezing and getting your eardrum shut. Stuff like that. Like, yeah. They probably cuddled with a cat. I love cats. Cats are so cute. And I used to not be allergic to them until I was like 7 years old. It kind of developed. I loved cats so much, but now I can't be around them because I'm allergic. I met one cat that I wasn't allergic to, and it wasn't even a hypoallergenic cat, just that specific tabby cat. And now she's in Indiana. Dad, bring back my cat. Don't tell Grandpa. Don't tell Grandma. We already have 3 dogs, a snake, 2 turtles, and a couple of spiders that I just keep collecting from outside, to my grandmother's absolute horror, because I just love insects and spiders and arachnids and whatnot. And snails. I've been collecting snails. I've been stealing snails from my school. Not like from like a science lab or anything. Like there's a whole wall that has like snails all over it because it's just in like a convenient area that snails like. And every day on the way home from school, every Friday, I'll open my bag and I'll just run my arm down the wall and collect like 10 snails and take them home with me. Like little snails. Itty bitty ones like the size of my pointer fingernail. Yeah, I can do my Halloween costume and everything in the future too, and yeah, I can try to style outfits. I can do a lot of things. I can do some art. I can do some art requests. Like, you know how people have Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan OCs? You can give me a request and I will make you an OC in my own art style for completely free. I'm just doing it for the exposure. Completely free. I will give you an OC. I will do an OC for you in my style, and it's completely free if you don't like it. And I love doing that, and I love being given ideas because it's less motivating when it's just my regular day idea. Like, oh, it'd be cool to do this. But if someone's counting on me, I can have fun and I can work on that art and I can get it right. If I have like, oh, they want the eyes to be this color and this shape and all that, that is super fun. Please send me requests for your OCs for Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan, and tell me who you would like to have them with. Like, I draw my OCs with Reiner and Gyutaro. Or you can ask me to do a Zelda OC too for any of the games. I need stuff to do, people. I have barely any free time in my schedule. And that little bit of free time, I do sleeping and sitting and staring at a wall because I'm bored. Give me stuff to be motivated on. It'll make me genuinely happy if I can make you a drawing for you for your happiness. I would genuinely love that. So, yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm still looking at my face like in the screen rather than in the actual camera. Hello. I'm looking at you now, aren't I? Oh. Yeah. Anyways, I'm getting so sidetracked right now. I'm really tired and I need a Pepsi. But, yeah. And I can do like story times and shorts and all of that. And could do like hair dyeing, doing my nails and stuff like that. And getting my hair cut, cutting my hair and stuff like that. It's just anything. I need something to do that is giving to other people, because I have very little motivation to do things for myself at this point. I'm working on it with my therapist, but give me things that I can do for you. Oh, oops, okay. Give me things that I can do for you. That will make me very genuinely happy. Give me a prompt for an original character you want me to draw with whatever characters you want. I know a little bit. I've watched like 3 seasons of My Hero Academia. I've watched all of Attack on Titan, all of Demon Slayer. I mean, well, I've read all of the manga of Demon Slayer, and I've watched as much as come out so far. Oh, by the way, that movie. They're making. I thought they were gonna release the whole Infinity Castle season. They did not. They're gonna make us wait until possibly 2028 to 2030. Like, they're gonna make us wait 2 years for the second third of the movie, and then they're gonna make us wait till like 2030 for the last third of the movie. Like, hello? You've made seasons way faster than that. I know it's like the finale, but at this point, they're just doing it to keep the revenue flowing in, man. I can do like Reddit reacting to crazy people and stuff, and stuff like that. And I can make controversial arguments. I can take a side, give me 2 prompts to argue about, and I'll take the side that I think I like, and we can argue, and I can make that argument for it. Give me 2 sides of a conflict, and I'll choose what side I'm on, and I'll make a whole video arguing for both sides. I'll do the rebuttal of the side I disagree with. I'll make them come up with a good rebuttal too. Even the side that I initially disagree with, I'll make sure they do have a good argument, so it's not like I'm just trying to make it look stupid and silly on the other side that I disagree with, and stuff like that. Unless it's like MAGA people, I will make them look as stupid as possible. But they pretty much already got that covered. Not to get political, I just have a lot of problems. Okay. I might not be able to post much more this week because it's homecoming week and we have stuff to do in chorus that I do not want to do. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. I can also tell like teacher horror story experiences I've had in school and stuff like that. Or, you know, of course, drawing and all sorts of things. Give me something to draw for you. Give me a prompt. Please. I'm desperate. Like, oh, I want this character to be this tall and this type of body build, and this is their skin color, eye color, their hair hairstyle, all that. This is how long I want there to be their eyelashes. I want a character that gives this vibe. And you can give me like a literal down to the point specific prompt of like, literally draw this character with a nose at a 96.2 degree angle. You can be very as specific as you want, or you can just give me an idea of like, oh, blonde, powerful, strong girl fighting sword with Sonami or something. And I will do my best with what I have, and I will try to. And if you give me like more of a vague one, it's okay. You can give me a specific one or a vague one. With a vague one, I'll probably just add like my own stuff onto it, my own idea and interpretation of what you're saying. So, yeah. I'm gonna post this video, and then I'm gonna delete it from my photos and my drafts because this is gonna take up a lot of storage. So, goodbye. It's not working. The button's not working. I love you guys. Is that how they do the heart? I don't like this new thing. Well, it's not like a new thing. They started doing it in like 2022. They do it this or like this. Which one's better? This is like the best, you know? But, and please don't talk about this in the comments. I'm insecure right now. Don't tell me I'm beautiful either. I know you're trying to make me feel better, and it's okay. Because I'm not super insecure with how I look right now. I see myself as about average, which isn't bad. But just don't bring it up, okay? I'm trying to focus on the good things about myself, you know? So, bye guys, love you.